What's up, everyone? So I'm back with my first video post-meet. So in today's video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm still going to show you my training footage. I'm hoping to hit some 6-rep maxes today. But I kind of wanted to talk about like topics that are relevant in powerlifting at the time of each video. So today what I wanted to talk about was SBD Austin, which is a big meet coming up in a couple weeks. SBD Austin is kind of structured like a mini Sheffield. So for those of you who don't know what Sheffield is, it's kind of like the Super Bowl of powerlifting. It's the biggest meet, biggest cash prizes, biggest names there. So SBD Austin is just one that's happening in the States. And it's not quite as solid of a roster as Sheffield is, but it's pretty close. There's going to be some phenomenal lifters there. So like Rondell Hunt, Bob Matthews, Natalie Richards, like there's some huge names that are going to be competing. Lots of former world champions. So basically what I wanted to do today was just kind of talk a little bit about that. Like before my lift, I'm just going to talk about kind of like the structure of the meet. Then after, I'm going to talk about who my podium finishers are, like my predictions. But basically the meet is set up where it's scored off of the American record total. So like let's say in a certain weight class, the American record total is 800 kilos and someone hits 800 kilos in that weight class, that means they hit 100% of the American record. So obviously the goal is for everyone, they would like to go over 100% of the American record to give them a better shot of winning. Obviously a lot of people aren't going to do that, but that's how the scoring is figured out. So basically I'm just going to go through my lift. Like I said, hopefully going to hit some 6-rep maxes today, show you that. And then after I'm done with my lift, I'm going to give you my predictions of who I think is going to podium on both the men's and women's side of SBD Austin. So it just wrapped up the lift. All of those were 6-rep maxes. And obviously the bench was the hardest. Squat and deadlift both moved great, and I was not confident going into that squat. My squats kind of sucked lately, so was really happy to hit that. A good training day, but now it is time for my SBD Austin predictions. So like I said, the way it works is it's based off of the American record and the percentage you hit of the American record. I think on the women's side, there's going to be 2 people who are going to break the American record. I think 3rd place is going to be Gabby Martinez. I think she's going to be close. But I think the reason she's not going to break any American records is because of the person who I have coming in 2nd place, Meg Scanlon, because she has, pretty solid American records in the 63 and 69 kilo weight class. So she's definitely making it a lot harder on the rest of the competition. I think she just broke the American record like a month ago at Avances Houston, which was another like big time meet. But I think Meg's going to come in 2nd. I think it's going to be really close, but I do have Natalie Richards coming in 1st. Natalie's training has looked really good, and I think the one advantage she has was she was banged up a little bit and hadn't been hitting like the numbers she's been capable of hitting. So, and no one else has come and broken her record in that time. So I think her record is a little bit low right now in the 57s, and her training has looked really good lately. So I do feel like she's going to end up breaking her record by more than I think Meg is going to. I think they're both going to break the American record. But I think Natalie's percentage is going to be a little higher, so I'm picking Natalie to win. On the men's side, I'm going to give you my podium, but I do have 4 people breaking the American record. So first, I'll just start off with 3rd place. I think third place is going to be Joe Jordan. So Joe Jordan just had a great showing at World Games. Joe Jordan a couple years ago at Worlds, he had a 9 for 9 day and all of his thirds were crazy easy. I still am not totally sure what was going on there. I thought he had a lot more in the tank that day. And then at World Games this past a few months ago, really, he had a great day. And watching his training again, he looks crazy strong. I think he's gonna break the 66 kilo American record. So yeah, got Joe Jordan third. My second and first place, I don't think it's gonna be quite as big of a gap as some other people think, but I still do have it in the same order I think a lot of other people probably have it in. So second place I got Bob Matthews. Bob's looking great, and Bob definitely has not come anywhere near filling out the 120 kilo class. I'm under the impression he's still competing as a 120, but he's definitely not that big yet. His training is really good. He just had a 1,000 kilo SBD day, which that would break the 120 kilo record pretty comfortably. I think he might even do a little bit more than that, and he has done more than that in training. He just hasn't competed in so long. But I like Bob for second place. Just in case you don't know, Bob Matthews, my favorite powerlifter. And then in first place, another 120, Rondell Hunt, I think is going to shatter the 120 record. So I think they're both going to break that record. I just think Rondell's going to break it by more. I will say Rondell was supposed to compete a month ago at Advances Houston, and he didn't because he was banged up. I don't really know how healthy he is right now. I still think he's going to be healthy enough to beat Bob, but I think it's going to be a little closer than some people think, and you never know. Missed attempt here and there by Rondell, all of a sudden Bob's right back in it. So those are my podium finishers, and I did just want to say that for my fourth place finisher, I have Jesus Oliveras. I do think Jesus is going to break that world record or American record by just a little, and it's his American record. The reason being, Jesus's lockout on deadlift has not been great in training up until recently, and I think he pulled it was I think 410 kilos or something like that, and it looked really good. His knees were locked, didn't look like his grip was an issue. Both of those things have been an issue for him in the past, so I think he's going to put a really big deadlift number up, which he hasn't been able to do in a meet in a while. Now, if Jesus is even stronger than I think he is, he could definitely find himself on the podium as well, but I do think Jesus is also going to break that record. But those are my SBD Austin predictions. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Give me your podium. Tell me where you think I'm wrong. Tell me what you think's going to happen. And I'm hoping to do more videos like this that maybe bring up some topics you guys might want to talk about a little bit more. But that's going to be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.